There are places that are built with stone, and there are places built with something more. No door demands you to enter, and yet people come, and somehow they leave transformed. Not by words, not by force, but by something quietly present.
The participation of numerous friends in collective worship has led to the strengthening of the devotional life of your community, and now to the establishment of its first local Mashrikul Askar. This structure of elegant simplicity will surely become a focal point for the life of so many individuals and families as they strive to serve their communities.
Before the walls were complete, before the doors were opened, there were already hearts turning toward God. Because what was being built here was never just a structure. "5 years ago, this was only land.
The original purpose of temples and houses of worship is simply that of unity. Places of meeting where various peoples, different races and souls of every capacity may come together in order that love and agreement should be manifest between them. That all religions, races and sects may come together within its universal shelter."
Day by day, hands came together. Different people, one shared purpose. And then the doors opened. People came from near and far. Not just to witness a building, but to celebrate a new beginning. From its earliest days, this has been a place of prayer, a place where silence speaks and hearts are lifted.
I first visited the house of worship in the November of 2023, and as an individual who had no prior knowledge of the Baha'i faith, this was a chance to get to know and understand the Baha'i faith to a much more deeper level. And from the gate, when I entered the gate, and the view of the house of worship was so beautiful, and I think the peace and quiet that the house of worship brings about, of course, for me, brought about feelings of devotion, that there was this magnificent place where you can go sit down and have a meditation and listen to God and talk to God. I also saw people at the house of worship who are giving service in various ways. Some of them were cleaning, some of them were, of course, gardening. And of course, for me then, I was asking, what are they doing? Are they here doing work? But then, having had a conversation with the individual at the house of worship, I got to understand that this is an avenue where these individuals come to offer service in the various ways that they can. And so the house of worship has served as a link for them between worship and service. That when they come at the house of worship, they get a chance to pray at the house of worship, but they also get a chance to offer service at this facility. So then this facility has provided a chance for these individuals to worship and serve at the same time, so that they don't see this service as work, but they see it as a devotion, that they come here to worship, and the service is just one of the ways in which they can worship their God.
Tangu nianze kufanya huduma katika nyumba ya ibada, nimebadilika kwa vitu mingi sana. Si vile nilikuwa hapo mwanzo, kwa sababu kuna tabia nimechange. Nimekuwa nikikaa katika sala kila wakati, na naona zimenisaidia roho yangu kubadilika sana kwa mambo mengi. Ninajihisi sana niko karibu na Mwenyezi Mungu kuliko hapo awali. Wakati ninapokea wageni, ninahisi roho yangu kufurahia sana. Imenifunza pia kujua kuongea na wageni, kuwa karibu nao, na nasikia niko vizuri sana. Wakati wangu wa kwanza kwa kukanyaga kwa nyumba hii ya ibada, nilijihisi vizuri sana. Si kujua kuwa ni jengo ambalo litalete wanadamu pamoja. Niliona tu ni kama labda ni jambo la kawaida, lakini si hivyo vile nilikuwa ninafikiria. Kulingana na saa hizi, nimeona ni jambo ambalo limeleta wanadamu pamoja, na limechange vijana pia kwa wingi kila wakati wanapokuwa hapa hivi wakikuja katika masomo. Ninaona pia inabadilisha tabia zao. Jambo lingine, nyumba ya ibada imenifanya nimeona watu wengi wa tabaka mbalimbali. Nimeona Waislamu, Wakristo, Wahindu, hata wasiokuwa na madhehebu wakikuja kusema sala. Na hivyo imenifanya kuwa nijue Mungu ni mmoja tu ambaye tunayemwabudu.
Since I first started coming to the house of worship, has been a place of prayer and meditation. Apart from just worshiping, just praying, you also get to think of what kind of service can you offer in your community.
There has been a lot of learnings that we've had since the House of Worship was inaugurated, both from the Baha'i friends and from the general community. We've had quite a number of programs that have been initiated at the House of Worship, and we've had so many believers who have come and still long to come and interact with the House of Worship and say prayers and partake of the other activities that go on at the House of Worship.
The study of the Ruhi Institute materials also uplifted me, as I was able to know my purpose of this life, which is to know God and to worship Him.
Youth discovered their voice and their power to contribute. Communities came together in new ways. Service became not just an act, but a way of life.
Kuja kwa House of Worship kuna project mingi ambazo zilianzishwa na PSA tutors. Kwa mfano ukiangalia Stawisha Kilimo ni mmoja wapo ambao PSA tutors kadhaa waliparticipate kuanzisha hiyo initiative. So unapata kupitia PSA program kuna watu wengi sana ambao wamenufaika. Si wale tu ambao wanajifunza, bali wale ambao pia wako katika jamii. So ukiangalia PSA in general imekuwa na manufaa sana. Na hii manufaa imetokana na kuwepo kwa hii nyumba ya ibada katika kijiji cha Luanda, kwa sababu watu wengi wanakuja, na wakikuja hata kama mtu amekuja matembezi ya mtu yake binafsi, unapata anatembea anafikishwa kwenye gardens ambazo PSA tutors wamefanya nini? Wamezitengeneza. So kupitia hilo unapata watu wanajifunza zaidi.
Ukikuja hapa unajifunza vitu mingi sana kutoka kwa hii jamii ya Matunda Soi. Na feel privileged sana kutoka Kakuma hadi kuja kwenye nyumba ya ibada kwa sababu hii ni ya kwanza nafikiria nyumba ya ibada ambayo iko hapa Kenya.
Among the programs are educational programs, including youth programs, children programs. We have also educational programs like in agriculture. We have programs that deal with music and general arts. We have a program, another initiative that emerged as a result of the House of Worship is the famous Radio Ustawi, which has really taken root in this community.
Day by day, people continue to walk this path. And for some, this transformation finds expression in new ways. What began as a place of gathering is now becoming a platform for voices.
Hujambo, karibu ndani ya kipindi cha Ijue Historia Yako.
Vijana tunafahamu kwamba huduma ndio kiini kwenye maisha yetu. Na mimi nimepata fursa ya kuhudumu kwenye Radio Ustawi ambayo ni initiative ambayo imeanza hapa chini ya kivuli cha nyumba ya ibada ya kijiji. Na hii radio imenipa fursa ya kwanza kabisa nimejenga uwezo ambapo naweza kuzungumza na watu wa tabaka yote, lakini pia watu wa tuseme tabaka na jinsia tofauti tofauti, lakini pia yani naweza zungumza na iwe ni watoto, vijana chipukizi, vijana au wazazi. Hiyo ni uwezo mmoja ambaye najivunia sana kwa sababu kupitia radio niliweza kujenga huo uwezo, kwa sababu tunajua radio inasikizwa na kila mmoja. Wazazi wanasikiliza, watoto wanasikiliza, vijana chipukizi, lakini pia vijana wanasikiliza radio hii. Na kwamba mimi mwenyewe pia ni vijana, basi nimekuwa na fursa ya kuzungumza na watu wengi sana. Wengine wanatoka kwenye hii jumuiya, wengine wanatoka kwenye jumuiya jirani, na hata nje ya cluster hii ya Matunda Soi tumekuwa tukitangamana na watu wengi ambao wengine wanatufuatilia kupitia mitandao. So imekuwa ni fursa ambayo tunaweza kutoa mafunzo au pia kutia motisha wale vijana wengine. So binafsi naweza sema kwamba kwanza kabisa kwa upande wa lugha, na hisi kwamba radio na pia nyumba ya ibada imesaidia kuboresha ile lugha ambayo tunatumia wakati tunatangamana na watu. So naiona kama fursa nzuri na jambo la kujivunia sana. Lakini pia nikizungumzia radio bado kupitia kwa radio, kwa sababu kile tunafanya zaidi tunatoa mafunzo sana. So imenisaidia pia kufanya utafiti zaidi na kuweza kujifunza zaidi, hasa kuhusiana na imani, lakini pia kuhusiana na mambo mengine ikiwemo afya, elimu, kilimo na kuhusiana na mazingira, kwa sababu kwenye maandiko kuna jinsi imezungumziwa kuhusiana na haya mambo yote. Lakini kupitia kwa radio, kwa sababu tunapaswa kuelimisha wasikilizaji, so imekuwa ni fursa pia na sisi tunaweza kujifanyia utafiti zaidi ili tujifunze zaidi kabla ya kutoa hamasisho kwa wengine ambao wanatusikiliza.
Over the 5 years then I've seen the number of those people who are visiting the house of worship increase, because as more and more people get to know about the house of worship, then they are drawn towards coming to see what the house of worship is all about. And when they come, I think all of them, just as I was then, they get very happy and with the peace and quiet of the house of worship and the chance to just pray and worship God in the various ways they know, and not restricted to the Baha'is but also the Christians, the Muslims. All of them have gotten a chance to come to the house of worship and say their prayers as they do in their churches, in their mosques, but then also get to understand that the worship is not just about praying and singing towards God, but it's also about rendering service to the communities in which one comes from. So the house of worship has also provided avenues for them to grow in their capacity, as even some of them are willing to start participating in the Ruh Institute courses. And when they participate, they get to grow their capacity to serve their communities in a better way, even as they continue to worship their God.
Kumatunda zigiza bangana malahi zigiza kuli bakere munyala kuba bubuhambani basakulu mbe bubuhambani ahasibama nabayimiza kwidinye kubunifu kwidinye kubulimi pamana ne bakwikiza babora kutaga ebintu by'embula gyezairi nino iyo nekubina nibibe hasi wiriza kukola bintu bya kwalolagera kwayiga masala nga buli mundu kali obuli kugenda ni kitabu wega alafu kwamanya n'omutwe bandu banyinge bamanya n'omutwe kigira kali matunda era kwazya nudu kimuganisa oma usayindi kila asubuhi kale saa 9 ya budiko sayindi olora bulahida usaleza lisala liwegal.
We've had those who come and they get attracted to different aspects of the house of worship. There are friends who just come and they fall in love with the design of the house of worship. There are friends who come and they are just attracted to the serenity around the house of worship. There are friends who come and they get so much attracted to the devotional programs that are held at the house of worship. We've also had schools from around who every year, whenever they are getting ready for their end year examination, especially the Form 4s and until recently the Class 8, they've always insisted to come and have their prayers at the house of worship. And this has been so encouraging because this is an indicator that the community appreciates the house of worship in their midst and they know the importance of the house of worship. Another aspect of the house of worship that has been so encouraging is the youth who come here to offer a short period of service. We invite youth from different places and they come here and offer service in different areas. There are those ones who come here and they offer service in the gardens. There are those who come and offer service as cleaners and security and so many other sections. But the most encouraging aspect of this has been the way these youths respond to the environment of the house of worship. They come here without having much understanding of the importance of the house of worship, but as they leave, you end up learning that, okay, they've gathered so much about the house of worship, and also when they get back to their communities, we get a lot of responses from their communities of origin, and the questions have always been, what is it that you do to this youth when they come to the house of worship that generates such change?
Apart from studies, to engage in services. Ile time unaoffer service, una feel ile ukaribu, ni kama ukaribu na Mungu. Pia inakumotivate. Unatumia hiyo nyumba ya ibada kama kusema sala. Unaweza invite pia wengine mnafanya devotional meeting.
Members of the immediate community have also created this kind of tradition, so to say, whereby whenever they have time, they will come and spend time here as families. It creates a good environment for family get-togethers. This house of worship is a gift to the community, and the community has come forward and they would really want every now and then, whenever there is an event, they want to be part of it.
The impact extends beyond what can be seen, touching hearts and building unity. This house of worship stands as a beacon of hope. Its true significance lies in the lives it transforms. And so, the journey continues. As generations walk this path of service, unity and devotion, from this place, light continues to spread.